Hola, muy buenos días. Mi nombre es James Reporter y ya me conoces de otros capítulos. Hoy es martes día 14 de abril. Hoy empiezan las clases. Empieza un tercer y último trimestre de este curso 19-20. Un trimestre un poquito especial, un trimestre diferente, un trimestre desde casa, pero no por eso un trimestre cargado de energía y cargado de nuevas cosas para aprender. Bueno, antes de nada, lo que quería deciros hoy es desearos muchísima suerte en este primer día de clase después de las vacaciones de Semana Santa. También quería desearos mucha fuerza con la nueva plataforma educativa para trabajar en los estudiantes de P1 hasta tercero de primaria. Y los más mayores, pues venga, un ánimo también muy fuerte. Va a ser un trimestre que pasará súper rápido. Con un poquito de suerte ya pronto podremos empezar a salir a la calle y todo volverá. Volverá a sonreír la gente, volverá el sol, volverá la gente a las calles y esperemos que todo acabe pronto. Sin más, os dejo con el capítulo de hoy. Hoy tenemos un poquito de hambre. Hoy vamos a aprender cómo se hace una pizza en casa. ¡Ja! Os va a encantar, está buenísima. A continuación, un poquito de mindfulness de la mano de Montse Miró. Luego os presentamos una nueva sección del programa, una sección titulada Meeting My Friends, con nuestro amigo Brian, quien nos va a presentar a compañeros suyos around the world para practicar nuestro inglés. El personaje de hoy es muy conocido. Luego tendremos unos alumnos, unos estudiantes que nos saludan desde su casa. ¡Ja! Y hacen un truco muy chulo con papel de váter. Ya verás, te va a encantar. Luego un poquito de marcha con Ignasi. Y por último, tenemos la carta de agradecimiento de una estudiante de primero de ESO que se llama Ana. Nos ha encantado tu carta, Ana. Y por eso hemos decidido poner en la tele. Nada, chicos, mucha suerte y nos vemos mañana. Que vaya bien el primer día de clase. ¡Nos vemos!
In year 1, we followed Marjorie Priceman in her story How to Make an Apple Pie and See the World, and we learned lots about food. When we followed her to Italy, we learned all about wheat and even made a delicious bread. Now today, using the bread recipe we learned, we're going to make our very own pizza. Now first, remember the most important step. Now, let's make sure we have all our ingredients for the pizza dough. Year 1. Does this recipe look familiar? For the dough, we need 450 grams of flour, 300 milliliters of warm water, 15 grams of fresh yeast, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. To begin, we'll start with our water, yeast, and sugar. This will allow the yeast to activate for 10 minutes while we get the rest of the ingredients ready. So start by sprinkling in your yeast into the water. Make sure the water is warm. Once you've added all of your yeast to the water, stir in 1 teaspoon of sugar, stir until it's well mixed, and then let it sit for 10 minutes. In the meantime, we'll add our 450 grams of flour to a large mixing bowl. Using 3 fingers, we're going to mix in a circular motion, creating a hole in the middle. Once you've created your hole in the middle, you can sprinkle in your 2 teaspoons of salt. Then continue stirring in a circular motion. Now that it's been 10 minutes, take a look at the yeast. Wow, it looks super ready. Now we're ready to start making our dough. So just like with the salt, make sure there's a hole in the middle where you'll pour in your yeast mixture. Give it a good stir. Now pour your yeast mixture into the bowl. Grab a spoon and get to stirring. You'll want to keep stirring until the flour and the water have formed the dough. Once the dough is sticking together, you can start to knead it with your hands. Now this is my favorite part. Use your 2 hands to knead the dough. Here you get to be a little bit creative and knead however you'd like. Remember, make sure you washed your hands. Miss Vivi taught me to work the dough by grabbing the outside corners and folding them in. Maybe it's like your boxing class and you have to give it a few taps. If your dough's feeling sticky, you can always sprinkle in a little bit more flour. The dough's almost ready. It just needs a few little more love taps. Now it's time to use our 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Before we leave the dough to grow, we need to put 1 tablespoon of olive oil underneath the dough and 1 more tablespoon of olive oil on top. Then we're going to use our fingers and make sure we cover all of the dough with some olive oil. Looks good. You're going to cover it up and check a clock. You'll leave it here for 1 hour. So we let our dough sit for an hour and look, it's grown. So what we're going to do now is divide it in 2 to knead it again evenly. We'll cover it again and let it sit for 30 more minutes. This is the part where you get to make the pizza your own and be a little bit creative. Tonight we're going to use some of the vegetables we have left in the kitchen. So we have our mushrooms, tomatoes, a little bit of onion, a yellow bell pepper, and at the end we'll even throw on some spinach. The dough is finally ready and you'll have enough for 2 pizzas. So now it's time to make our pizza shape. I didn't have a rolling pin, so I just used the cup at home. Try your best to make a circle. You'll see it's pretty tricky. The last step before we put our pizza in the oven is to add the cheese and any other toppings you'd like. Now in the oven they go. Bake at 200 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes or so. The pizzas look done and we're ready to eat. Here's how our pizzas turned out. I can't wait to see yours. Enjoy your meal.
Hola, buenos días a todos y a todas. Nos encontramos en nuestro espacio de meditación diaria. Hoy os vamos a invitar a meditar y vamos a hacer una meditación poniendo nuestra atención a la respiración. Pero hoy también vamos a meditar en pareja y la meditación nos ayudará a concentrarnos en nuestra respiración. Vamos a buscar a alguien que quiera compartir con nosotros esta meditación y lo vamos a hacer sentándonos en el suelo en posición de flor de loto, pero espalda con espalda. Con nuestra pareja vamos a sentarnos y vamos a mirar de que nuestra espalda esté pegada a la persona con la que vamos a compartir esta meditación. Hemos de concentrarnos muy bien en nuestra respiración, simplemente sin alterarla, notar cómo respiramos, buscar qué está sucediendo en nuestro cuerpo a la hora de respirar, estar muy atentos a nuestra respiración en silencio y respirando normal, sin alterar la respiración, pero a la vez vamos a notar la respiración de la persona que tenemos a nuestra espalda. ¿Qué va a suceder? Magia, porque al cabo de un rato veremos que nuestras respiraciones pueden llegar a compasarse, no hay que forzar, pero quizás quizás consigamos acompasar nuestras respiraciones. Vamos a comprobarlo. Para ello vamos a situarnos, vamos a colocarnos, vamos a buscar a alguien con quien compartir y en un minuto empezamos nuestra meditación. Muy bien, te sitúas con tu compañero o compañera, sentados en el suelo, espalda con espalda y cabeza con cabeza. Y empiezas inhalando, inhalas, vas llenando tu pecho, tu abdomen de aire y te vas centrando en tus sensaciones. Y exhala y vacía tu pecho de aire, vacíalo y vas centrándote en todas aquellas sensaciones que notas. Vuelves a inhalar y en ese momento te das cuenta que tu pecho se hincha, tu abdomen también, la espalda se pone más recta y los hombros tiran hacia atrás. Observa, céntrate en esas sensaciones. Inhalas y exhalas. Poco a poco vas observando qué sucede en tu cuerpo. Te centras en tu respiración, en tu inhalación y en tu exhalación. Inhalas y exhalas. Inhalas y exhala. A los pocos instantes observa también cómo tu espalda se une a la de tu compañero o compañera, cómo al inhalar y exhalar las espaldas se juntan, los hombros se pegan. Inhalas y exhalas y lentamente las espaldas se van relajando, se van soltando. Poco a poco vas tomando atención en tu respiración y en la de la persona con la que compartes esta meditación. Al inhalar y al exhalar, lentamente quizás consigas que vuestras respiraciones vayan al mismo compás. Inhalar y exhalar y notar cómo las espaldas suben juntas, cómo al exhalar se repliegan juntas y cómo quizás habéis conseguido unificar al mismo tiempo de respiración. Inhalas y exhalas. Inhalas y exhalas. Y observa cómo las respiraciones se han unido y marcan un único compás. Inhalas y exhalas. Un par de inhalaciones y exhalaciones más profundas con un poquito más de fuerza y notaréis que las espaldas se pegan mucho más. Y exhala, exhala, vacía del todo tu pecho de aire. En la próxima inhalación vamos a empezar a dejar esta meditación. Vamos a empezar a abrir los ojos, si es que los teníamos cerrados, y a tomar conciencia del presente. Es una meditación que puedes poner en práctica en cualquier momento. Busca a alguien con quien compartirla y a disfrutar de esta meditación. Espero que os haya gustado y hasta el próximo día.
Again to everyone, welcome back. This week we have been in many places. We have danced on a stage. In where did we dance? In a park, well done. And in somewhere that it was really hot with the ocean. Yes, exactly, in a beach too. And today we are gonna go to another place that you have to guess, okay? You have to guess where I would like to go, okay? We're gonna go to a place where it's super cold, there is full of snow, sometimes there you can ski or you can practice your snowboard and you can make snowballs. Do you know what I'm talking about? Exactly, we are gonna go to the mountains and let's do again our super trick. But guys, don't tell to anyone. It's our secret, okay? Are you ready? I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna visualize, I'm gonna picture that mountain in my mind. And let's see if it works. Okay, let's count till 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow! Wow! We're in the morning, but it's super cold here. Now we're gonna dance straight away because it's super cold. We need to get warm. Are you ready? Clubbing. Come forward. Jump backward. And well done, look. No using our arms. Just side to side. Well done. Step forward. Look, let's shake our shoulder. Wow! And look, let's move your feet as quick as possible. Faster! Oh, I'm already sweating a lot. Whoa. And relax. Fantastic. Let's flex one knee and go to that side. Oh, I'm feeling warmer now. It's not that cold. Jump. Let's move your arms freely. Come on, let's get crazy. Woo! Look. Can you do that? Wow! Look! Shaky, shaky! Come on! Faster! Oh, come on, let's do it, guys! Well done, look! Move your arms! Up and down! And look, guys! Feet, knees, hips, and chest. Super duper! Well done, congratulations to everyone! Thank you very much for joining us again and see you soon. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Mwah. Bye-bye!
Hey there, my name is Brian, and I've been lucky enough to travel to different countries all around the world and meet many wonderful people. Follow me from your sofa as I introduce you to my friends who live in these countries, and they will explain all the interesting things that you can see or do where they live. So sit back and relax as we explore. Hi everybody and welcome to another episode here of Meet My Friends. Today we have a very special guest. Some of you may know this person. We have traveled all the way to Andorra to meet our new friend Vanessa. Vanessa, how are you today?
Hello, good. How are you?
Wonderful. Good. Thanks for coming on the show today.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure.
Great, great. So why don't you tell the people how we met? How do you know me?
I met you at La Miranda, the local public school, like about what, 2-3 years ago?
2 or 3 years ago, yeah.
Already?
That's it. That's right. So we were working together. Good. Okay. And where? Why don't you tell us, where are you now?
Well, I'm living in Andorra. As you may know, I left La Miranda. I left Barcelona because I had to move here in Andorra, and I'm living here now.
Okay. Good. So then, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Right. Something that you don't know. I don't know. I love sports. I love playing football as well. I love the mountains. I love the nature. So I'm quite happy here. I'm working right now here in a school as well as a PE teacher. And well, I'm very happy here.
Good. Good.
I miss you lots.
Of course. We miss you too. We miss you very much. Good.
But I'm quite enjoying here as
that's
well.
wonderful. Good to hear. Okay, so let's get right into Andorra. Let's talk a little bit about Andorra. Why don't you tell us something interesting about Andorra that maybe people don't really know?
Right. Something that surprised me a lot, it was that everybody here can speak French.
Ooh.
And I think it was quite, I mean, I had to suppose that because we are close to France.
Yeah.
But actually, at school, for example, we started talking Spanish, Catalan, then they changed to French, and they were talking to me like, yeah, you understand, right? And I was, no, I cannot speak any French. So, yeah, I mean, that was something that really surprised me. I didn't expect so much. So different languages here.
Oh, wow,
so.
okay. Well, I mean, yeah, that's great. You're all surrounded the border and everything like that, and so obviously a little bit of French would come through. That's cool. All right, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, what about the types of food and stuff that you can get in Andorra? Is there anything maybe a little different than here?
Well, I would recommend you, if you come to Andorra, I would recommend you to go to typical restaurant here. They are called bordas, and they cook very typical food, and especially the meat. Meat is amazing. I have to say I quite miss to eat some fish, but the meat here is really, really good. Okay. Nice.
Good. I mean, I'm a meat guy. I hate fish or whatever, but so maybe I'll head on up there and check it out.
You would enjoy here.
Oh, good. So you've been there for some time now. Are there any sort of stereotypes that maybe the people of Andorra have that you can think of?
Well, I would say the only thing I can say is that I found very active people. Mm-hmm. They are like very active and very healthy. Okay. Children as well. They also play a lot outside in the mountains. So I don't know. Maybe it's something that it's typical from here. That they play a lot outside in the mountains. They love skiing. They like all these kinds of sports in the nature.
I mean, yeah, when you have that nature right outside, there's no reason to stay inside. Of course, good.
Yeah, it's also a very safe country. They say. Yeah. You know, in the parks there are always security men and all that. It makes you feel secure, and this is what they say, that it's a very safety country.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about the people. What are some strange or quirky things that people do in Andorra?
Well, I don't know if you can see it properly, but I live up in the mountains. Okay. And something that really surprised me, it was that now that it has been the ski time, they have been skiing outside the slopes. I mean, really? not only in the ski hills, but they just come here close to my house, all the family, skiing down to the village. Hey, hello. Hi.
To get some bread or something like that. Just put on their skis and go. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember things like that when I was a little boy, having to ski around because there was so much snow in Canada. But I think it would still be funny for me to see something like that. So there you go, people. You can go and get some bread, put on your skis, and head to the local market.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So again, you've been there for some time now. If you for some reason had to move back to Spain, what's something that maybe you would miss?
The mountains, I have to say. Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, I was very lucky because I used to live in Espluga, so the same as in La Miranda. They've got mountains around them, but I have to say this fresh air, it's cold, but it's also sunny. This life here, I love this kind of life. So I love the mountains. I love the fresh air. I love when the lights in the streets are not working, and I can see the stars. Those skies are amazing.
Oh, that's good. That's very nice. Yeah. So then you've talked a lot about it. So then why don't you convince somebody? So we're in quarantine right now, and when everything's all finished and people are allowed to travel, how are you going to convince people to go to Andorra for their first trip?
Well, I would say that you have been closed in different walls, right? Yeah. In the house for so long now. Yeah. And I would say come to Andorra and breathe some fresh air, really nice landscapes. So I would say that come here, eat some meat here as well, which is really, really nice. And enjoy the landscapes.
That's wonderful. Good. Okay. So let's finish this off, all right? Now you've just told me that there's upwards of 4 different languages you can speak in Andorra, okay? What is something maybe inspirational in any language? You choose a language that you could say to give some people some hope and some energy that they when they're sitting at home watching this.
Right. Jo diria en català, no en el català barcelonès, hauria de ser en el català aquest andorrà, que els meus fills comencen a parlar ja l'andorrà aquest. No, diria que sé que sembla molt avorrit, sembla que pugueu estar pues això, entre 4 parets, molt tancats i sense poder fer res, però que avui que mireu doncs, l'oportunitat que teniu, el bé que ho esteu fent, que estem fent una tasca per tots, que això és molt seriós i que ho esteu fent superbé, i l'únic que diria és que gaudiu del temps que teniu d'estar ara en família, que pugueu estar gaudint de la vostra família, jugant a casa, jugant o pintant o aprenent un instrument, que gaudiu d'aquests moments perquè normalment en el dia a dia no podem gaudir tant de la família i d'estar tant a casa i de fer coses que només podem fer nosaltres, no? Llavors diria això, que gaudiu molt d'estar junts i que sobretot estigueu sants no només físicament, que estigueu actius, sinó que també mentalment, que ompliu el cor d'experiències i de memòries i que després, quan tot això passi, que riureu una estoneta de totes les coses que vam inventar estant a casa.
Perfect. That's really well said. Thanks very much, Vanessa, and everyone take the advice. Get out, stay at home, find something to do. Maybe even watch one of these little travel videos of my friends around, okay? Hey, there you go. Okay, again, it was great to see you, Vanessa. Thank you so much for helping us out today, and good luck with everything, and we'll talk to you very soon.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. I miss you all.
All right, bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hola, soy Aina, una estudiante de primero de la ESO. He escrito esta carta para Marta y sus compañeros, que son enfermeros que luchan cada día por esta situación del coronavirus. 26 de marzo de 2020, Barcelona. Querida Marta, espero que puedas leer esta carta cuando dispongas de un momento, porque soy consciente de la situación de excepcionalidad en la que estamos inmersos, y ahora lo más importante es salvar vidas. Mis padres ya me han explicado todo lo que está sucediendo con el COVID-19. Nosotros estamos siguiendo los consejos de sanidad y estamos confinados en casa para protegernos nosotros y al resto de la población. Desde mi punto de vista, en estos momentos tan excepcionales que estamos viviendo, me parece que es lo más importante que debemos hacer. Quiero agradecerte todo el esfuerzo y dedicación en cuidarnos e intentar salvar todas las vidas que sean posibles. Por favor, te agradecería que hicieses extensible este reconocimiento a todos tus compañeros y compañeras. Sois unos verdaderos héroes sin capa. Todos los días, nuestros aplausos desde los balcones son una muestra de solidaridad con vuestro colectivo. Cuidaos mucho y deseo que esta situación finalice lo antes posible. Gracias por darnos tanto. Atentamente, Aina Guerra.
Y hasta aquí el capítulo de hoy. Se despide James Reporter desde la Miranda School TV. Que tengan un buen día.